One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Mustangs will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking for space, it's Sanders. And this one will be stopped for no gain. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And the Trojans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Snagged out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. The give out of the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here on the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have. The defense made him pay for it with the INT.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Grabbed in the middle, it's Knight. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Mustangs will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Going right to work up top. Going deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away. See where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Makes the grab over the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The Trojans have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
It's 2nd down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Back open in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, then this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy throwing vertically down the field. SMU has everything they need. Rhett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brinson. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, SMU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Play of the period, 1st down here. On the ground, it's Sanders. Got a little space. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Handoff from the gun. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Lane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Out of the shotgun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This time on target. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Mayava. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You ask him to do so much on the football field and cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Sanders. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. Complete. Runs through the tackle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. We've been watching them all year, but David, it seems like they're starting to find themselves a little bit right now, having won the last 2.
Yeah, they're in the category of others receiving votes. Like, there's those next 26, 27, 28. These guys, they're right on the cusp of getting ranked. They've had a really good start to their season.
And they're about to get that recognition then if they can just keep winning. You got to stick to the formula. This is a team that prides themselves on being physical and executing. We got to see that today.
Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these third downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They were getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little warmth out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Here we go.
Looking for room, it's Sanders. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, Are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Lions. Into the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. That's reeled in, it's Hudson. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Knight. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. Unleashes one. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. first play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. Got room at the 35. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him, he's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game?
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Flying down the right side. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Sanders. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He'll take it himself. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the lump.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a play that defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be...
Turning on the Jets. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Trojans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Mayava. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looking for a crease. It's Jordan. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Gets it out fast. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
All right, trying to attack the middle of the field on that in route. Nice job putting his foot in the ground. He didn't telegraph where he was going. He was open. He's just got to make the catch.
Ball will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires one high and deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Mustangs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it, it's Jordan. Not much working there, it'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man on the right. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The Trojans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air on third and short. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And they can't make the play on third down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
A big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lane. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
Using his feet. Touchdown USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Jennings. He's going to run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Knight. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
They're testing the right side here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
And the Trojans need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a great return. The home crowd needed something to rally around. You're down. You needed to spark. You needed to make a big play. And the punt returner says, I got this. Great job following his blocks, making the big play, turning this crowd upside down.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Auburn. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Mayava. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Middle linebackers They're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Trojans will punt this one away. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The give on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. The sure hands. It's Brinson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. If we need to go for it on fourth down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
They want that clock to run. There he goes. Got the 1st down and more. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They'll try it over the left side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult?